Well, like most organizations, we have limited capital funds. Because of that, the projects that typically get priority are those that are most important in terms of infrastructure or life, health, and safety. In 1994, the legislature passed House Bill 7, which allowed state agencies and state universities to enter into performance-based contracts. In that case, we select an energy services company competitively through a design-build process, and they design, they build the project, and they pay for it out of savings.
We just completed a master plan where we did structural assessments of every single DRC facility, and they went in and looked at, plumbing and roofs and structures and flooring, everything you can imagine. And from that, we were able to say, okay, well, these particular institutions have a number of projects and needs that would really reduce their utility consumption.
So in the case of those projects, we help identify which candidates are good for performance contracts. We help select the energy services company, and then we work with the energy services company during the design and build process through the end. A good project starts out well in the design phase, and so it takes a good energy services company with a design team that listens and puts together the best package for that facility. So it has to start right with good design.
The performance contracts allow us to make progress towards all of those goals all in one efficient project.
One good example of how the performance contract process works would be at Marion Correctional.
Marion Correctional has been a male correctional facility in existence since 1954. We have both medium and minimum security offenders here, and we are one of the largest prisons in the state of Ohio.
Well, our prison was built in 1953, so our main water loop outside is from that era. At one point we had tested and we'd lost 50,000 gallons of water just overnight, like a 12-hour period.
With the age of the facility, the feed going through the locks to each of the various living areas, there was a big struggle with getting appropriate temperatures. So what the offenders would do is they'd turn on all the showers to have a hot shower, and they'd let them run continuously.
That was one of our major ones. Heating was a major problem. We were stuck with our 1950s steam boilers, and the pipes were old. We had a lot of steam leaks in our lines and our returns. Our pumps were going bad constant. It was just, for me, it was a maintenance nightmare.
The most impactful part of this project that I've heard about from a variety of sources is the exterior lighting, the upgrade. Our security staff has been thrilled with the improvements of the visibility all the way around the prison.
We're one of the largest utility users of all the state agencies, and so we can really make a big impact by focusing and bringing those consumption numbers down.
Expected to save about 50% on the utility bills, and it's about an $11 million project. So that's $11 million in capital funds that we can use for something else.
In terms of a budget perspective, it has made a huge impact for our agency. The utility consumption and the conservation efforts that we've done over the past few years have actually been the largest cost savings initiative for our agency that hasn't impacted staffing.
So if there's a facility manager that's interested in pursuing a performance contract, they may wonder, is this the right project type for me? And so some of the things to consider: is it a fairly large facility? So typically we look at projects that have a utility bill or operations bill of about $500,000 or more. Also, if they have a bunch of unrelated things that you'd have to hire separate contractors to do, this can be done all under one contractor with this method. If they have no capital money, so if there's no other way to do it, that's another thing that lends itself to performance contracting. Also, if they have a 24-hour operation, there's more energy cost per square foot when it's running around the clock than if it's running 8 hours a day. So those are kind of the factors we look at in terms of screening. If they have any particular ideas on projects they think would work, they should contact us.